Okay, this reading is going to be for Capricorn. Excuse me. That's my daughter in the background. You're going to hear her probably in every reading. There's nothing I can do about that, so bear with me. This is for a these cards are for a mundane spread, which is just normal. Hey, quiet, okay? So this deck is for a mundane spiritual, a mundane read, which is the normal, average, run-of-the-mill, stuff that we have as humans. These cards are going to be for the spiritual side, people that take accountability and people that's ready for personal growth beyond that point. So these are the flesh, human stuff, regular, and these are the soul. Okay, Capricorn. What is Capricorn? I'm immediately feeling churning in my stomach. It could be the energy just loading in, but I have to see. No, because I'm feeling my chest now. A strong decision, a heart-based decision. It's a major shift. Something about the heart. I see Wheel of Fortune. Didn't fall out, but Wheel of Fortune, that's talking about a cycle. Everybody's under judgment right now, so cycles are about to shift, and so is the energy that we work with. This is putting in the effort, and that's something about a relationship. What was that? Disappointment. Okay. All right. So what hit me in my chest is the Ace of Cups, my heart. As I was saying before, I don't know, but it is a lot of pressure on me. It's a lot of pressure on me. It's a lot. I'm feeling it in my back. It's overwhelming. Anyway, and we have the Ace of Wands. We have secret emotions. That's my phony card, or not genuine, young-minded concepts. So let me see. So the concepts that you have been using to find love is these are very immature things. Immature, hold on, let me get it. Okay, so basically this is what you learned as a child. This is how you learn to give and receive love, and this is your concept of it. And emotions are not really a part of it. This is about your emotions are basically physical. It's how you can please me physically, or stroke my ego. I'm getting a lot of different things, but that has nothing to do with love. That's the bottom line. So this leads to a protected heart on your part, and it's not true teamwork. It says resistance, putting in effort to try again. Oh boy. Karmic relationship, a karmic relationship where you stuck in passion. First of all, let me say this, Capricorn. Capricorn, what y'all inherit the parents' sexual taboos, and it's really too complicated to explain that. I put it in another reading, but y'all inherit sexual demons from your parents, and unfortunately that's just what happens when you make a soul. It's too complicated. I've had to put that in the video, but it's like whatever unresolved issues that parents have, it goes into the kids' DNA to resolve. So it's a lot. Raven, turn it down. So everything you've been trying to create love with has been on a physical level, and that's not a heart-based level. That's why y'all heart is actually cracking open. So that's what I was feeling. The pit of my stomach, my emotions are starting to come up where as though I can feel my heart and kind of operate from there to make better choices. Otherwise, you do all the work because you thinking, oh, if I please this person, whether it's behind closed doors or, you know, um, giving anything to a person more than you give to yourself, and you block out your you protect your heart in the process. um that's not love. You getting left. You're gonna end up with the burden anyway. I'm actually going through a lot to the point where I forgot what I was trying to say, but my emotions is welling up, and it's just like I am feeling heartbroken in my chest. That's what I'm feeling. Okay. So we have the Two of Pentacles. I'm going to keep going. I'm feeling heartbreak. That's exactly what's happening. But your heart is being cracked open at least so you can release it. You know what I mean? I really don't know what's going on here. I do see immaturity to keep a person based on uh, physical things. Like this is seeking something, having a having a view of the world that you need to juggle. And it's not just juggle people. It's like whatever you're looking for has something to do with running away from your childhood. That's what it's talking about. And the attention obviously was not given properly. The attention is something about overachiever. Um, the more things you do, you get rewarded. Just like this is not knowing exactly what to look for, trying to please somebody. So it's like this right here is just trying to be right in a parent's eyes, and this right here skewed your perception as far as what to look for yourself. This is a lot. Oh boy. Okay, I gotta open this up. 1 second. All right, it says juggling, making a decision. This is saying shh, Raven. Shh. Okay, to leave the King of Pentacles behind, pass, and this is why I got the Father. So it's childhood issues that definitely need to be resolved. That's one thing. There also could be a person that stayed in a relationship for children, because you're a family person, and Capricorn usually is, but that's the wrong reason to stay in a relationship or stay in love with a person, especially if you're not happy, because you'd be killing yourself. It causes depression. You know, Capricorn they famous for depression. That's why, because their emotions is not calibrated right. They storing everything and operating from what they perceived as a child. See, these family issues have to be shut down. They have to be shut down. And no, you don't want the kids know. Let me tell you something. Kids know. And they saying it's a blessing that you was actually put in this conflict, because you wouldn't know what happiness felt like. You wouldn't know that you was super weighed down with too much responsibility, trying to get somebody to change and refusing to walk away towards a relationship that's actually healthy. Yeah. And so that Page of Swords and the Page of excuse me, and the Page of Swords and the Page of Cups was actually two people working at cross purposes. It was more of a person that it's like two kids got together, kind of. Unfortunately, it's you the other sign. I can't remember the other sign, but it's like when two people get together and they actually merge off of, they have such a baby view. They're a relationship of cross purposes, but they have good intentions. They really got together in pain. So let's say that they got together in pain. They both have some childhood family issue, because everybody has it now. We all under judgment to get rid of it. But it's like once you get into that and you feel like the person have stuff in common with you, then you have a baby. Then you have responsibility. You build businesses, whether you friends and you're not in a relationship, whatever it is. Two people get together that have stuff in common, but the stuff that they have in common is hurt and trauma because they just meant to heal. And while you in a healing, you create stuff, and then that stuff keeps you bound. It keeps you bound just by your standards. But if you're not happy, you're supposed to move on. You're supposed to come up with a situation where you can be over here and have your own peace. Where it can be an amicable separation if it's with kids, or a mutual separation with, and it can't always be that way. You need to at least know for yourself that if you are not happy, nobody's happy. That's the honest to goodness truth. If you're not happy, nobody's happy. You have to choose your happiness, especially if kids is involved, because they know what's going on. If it's business partners, once you see, if it's business partners, girlfriend, it doesn't matter what it is, pet, it doesn't matter. Once you see, if they can't see that you have too much weight on your shoulders, that person is not paying you attention and they don't love you. If you're not bold enough to stand up and say, hey, you know what? I'm in this relationship for the wrong reasons. I'm healing, they're not. Or they're healing and I'm not. It's something is just not working, because everything I saw was resistance. It was so much resistance in that relationship. You can't just stay in a relationship for sex or physical, whatever, or kids. It doesn't matter. You can't stay in something that you clearly keep hitting the brick wall with. How much energy do you think you're going to have before you burn out? You being unfair to yourself. And it's hurting me in my chest. I gotta start healing people with this reading. I'm gonna send y'all, I'm gonna put something in your chest to stop it from hurting. If your chest is hurting from this reading, and I really don't know, I just gotta put it on me. Okay. Ace of Cups. What was the last one called? Your heart is going to crack open. You're going to come across something wonderful. Anybody's heart that is open now because they actually did the work, which would probably be, well, Virgos, Capricorns. It should be mostly earth signs. Everybody's had hard work, but I'm just saying, because the earth is the foundation, but not Taurus. Taurus has other work to do. We all zodiac signs. This says defensive. But anyway, you prepared yourself. Make a long story short, any signs, because we all 12 signs of the zodiac, anybody that gave, they constantly gave even though they were in pain, those are the ones that actually did the work that will get rewarded. But they have to free themselves from a situation. Everybody is going to have to release something, but the people in pain are going to have to stand up and liberate their own selves from the situation so they can bring something in better. So you got to show the universe that you want something different, or you understand what you was doing wrong. That's accountability. All right. Now we have the single card, or the confident card. I don't know. Yeah. This right here is arrogance, wanting to be single. Like I said, a protected heart in a relationship, whether you married, in a relationship, it doesn't matter. If the single card is coming out and you want a relationship, that means that you have whatever trauma that you operating off of, and you in a relationship, but you really single. Your mentality is single. It's just me. I'm the one that has to pay the bills. I have to do this. If you have that concept, there's no way you can talk to the other person in a relationship, business partnership, doesn't matter what it is. I can't stress that enough. You're not going to be able to convey it if all you see is yourself. All the weight is going to be on you because you choose it. You think you all of that, and I'm not, I really don't, I have to say what I'm seeing, because I'm not a liar. But that confidence that you have, coupled with the pain that you hiding behind it, is just, it's not much that you can really do with that. All you can do is just be heartbroken because it's not teamwork. You're not speaking up for yourself. You just like, somebody tell me how good I am. You would have to tell yourself how good you are first. You know what I mean? And then you would be able to look for somebody the right way instead of somebody that's going to tell you everything they see on the outside. They need to see the inside of you. It says it's a cycle. There's a cycle going on with the Empress card. So cycle, Empress card. This is saying lovers. So somebody given to a relationship. This card is not good for me because it's like wanting to be married and be in a partnership of the lovers. The reason I call this the phony card, the Page of Cups, is because lovers is where you comfortable at. It's where you comfortable at because you don't want to go ahead, deal with this pain, fix this trauma, whatever it is that your emotions, you don't want to go to therapy, whatever it is. You stay in a comfort zone relationship because you're not ready to deal with it. It's a lot. It's very painful once you figure out that you wake up, which everybody's about to wake up. Uranus is going to be awake the 18th, and everybody's going to have these realizations, and then Mercury going retrograde on the 14th. It's going to wake everybody up, everybody. We have to the end of the year to get ourselves right before things really get confusing. I'll say that. So Raven, shh. So my daughter breaks my train of thought. Okay, so comfort zone. When you're in a comfort zone type of relationship, you can't better yourself because you're going to stay there. You're going to stay there and you're not going to want to work on, okay, that's what I was saying. So when you first wake up, you realize that it's self-sabotage. You realize that everything you meet in this matrix that we have here is a version of you. Your job, your kids, your girl, your car, everything is a version of you in a different form. Everything. It's always going to teach you a lesson. Whether you take the lesson or not, that's going to be on you. And choices. You to know thyself is to know God. That's how you make choices. And if your emotions is not open, your heart, which is your battery, is not operating where it can navigate you properly, you just shooting in the wind. You taking a guess. You saying it looked good, like it can give me everything, but it's not, because first you got to know yourself. Nobody wants to do that work, but they don't have a choice. That's the downside to everything. Like I said, under judgment, everybody gonna do the work. So if a person is manipulating, if you manipulating and you go into a relationship with a protected heart, like I'm not gonna show my emotions, that is black magic. Black magic is when you have ill intentions, when you have a certain thing set where you say, this is something I will never discuss with anybody. This is something I will never open. Okay, well, you're not ready to step into anything unless you're ready to open that up and heal it. You got to get past it first in order to even open the box. The box is closed. So, you know, yeah. It's definitely making my stomach sick, like vulnerability sick. Like I'm now my throat is hurting, like, oh, don't want to talk about it. Don't want to talk about it. Okay, so obviously, like I said, this mentality needs to be put away. It needs to be put away. This right here is arrogance. It's arrogance. It's arrogance. It needs to be done with. Mentally, it needs to be done with. Whatever this view of yourself is, you need to shut that down to the point where it is not, it's humble. It's humility. This says indecision. Indecision. I got a Queen of Pentacles that's trapped. Somebody knows that they're moving away. So it's somebody in a relationship that feels like they trapped. It could be that they overgiven and they feel unappreciated, but they know that somebody is on their way out. And they meant, because somebody is cheating, somebody is working with somebody, and somebody is getting the somebody is having the visions at work. Somebody is getting it in their dreams, and they trying to use work to block out everything that they feeling emotionally. Y'all, that means y'all extremely sensitive, y'all body and everything. Sea goat means the goat goes up to the sky and comes back down, and goes up to the sky and comes back down. Very psychic sign. That's why it's half goat, half sea, because it's just goes up all. It's very psychic, extremely psychic. So what you gonna do? Ignore your emotions and keep working? It's not about money. It ain't got nothing to do with money. It got nothing to do with money. It has to do with unhappiness. So this right here is like, you can make a decision. I don't want to say that. Do I want to say that? You can make a decision to value yourself and become unstuck. Value yourself so you won't be trapped. How do I want to say that? It's the mentality that's keeping you stuck. If I have this, if I have that, you need to get out of that mental cage, saying that if it looks good on the outside, everything is good, because it's not. Because you'll keep trying over and over again just to be heartbroken. And then this right here is introspection about family members, shutting down the family. Oh, Lord. Whatever that family trauma is, there's some people here that don't even want to get married. They don't want to get married because they don't want to deal with that pain. That's how serious it is. They like, I'm not trying to grow at all. I ain't trying to go there. I'm just trying to make my money. Nah, that's not. This right here is so bad, because you'll work yourself to pieces and you'll end up like this guy. And this right here is a spine. That's a spine, and he's down. Back surgery, back issues, back problems. Brittle bones. Pentacles for me is bones, because this is a confidence card. That's mental burnout, but it's really, like I said, that's bones. I just feel it. That's spinal, something about spines being hospitalized and having to go down, as far as hospital wise. It says communication. Somebody is looking at being single. Something about a third party. Can we heal the past even though we stepped out, or I stepped out, or you stepped out? It's a lot of stuff going on up in here, okay? Like a lot for me. I'm about to flip these last cards over. King of Swords. Okay, this is a person that uses their mind. Out in the cold from a marriage. Yes, okay. Possibly thinking about families and the investment. How much money you gonna lose. Let me tell you something. Money, being single, all of that stuff, it can go. When it comes to your happiness, like, yeah. When it comes to your peace of mind, you always gonna be trying to please somebody, especially if they don't know what they want, or they felt trapped. Like, you just can't do it. You can't. You cannot. You thinking about money over your happiness? People like, I don't want to be broke. I don't want to be out in the street. No, I don't know. How about an insurance policy? How about being in a hospital? Like, I'm telling you, I'm seeing so much stuff here. That could be, I see self-defeat too. Okay, so this card just popped. It's saying you understand what I'm talking about. You know exactly what I'm talking about. You had to take the accountability for that. You had to take the accountability, because you're not going to be able to heal. This is where depression comes from. You just keep stacking, and then working to avoid it. And then you burn out, physically exhausted. Like I said, hospitalization. What is the King of Swords here for? Oh, boy. Here we got another 9, mirroring. Communication. And it's 9 of Cups in reverse. Now I'm just confused. Okay, this Nine of Pentacles is done. Mentally, they done. It's over for them. They want to be single. Somebody does not want that. That's not their wish. That's not what they signed up for. And this news is about to hit them, that they don't want somebody doesn't want to be with them anymore. Like, it's done. So what is alchemization going away? It's just like somebody does not have that. Somebody don't have the same view of it. They just not feeling it no more. They're not feeling it no more, and they blocking getting together. They just don't want it. So somebody could try to come back from the past and try again and say, yeah, I'm just so hurt. Well, I'm done. Good God Almighty. Now I'm seeing my situation up in here too. I'm like, Lord have mercy. Absolutely not. Ain't no way that you do all of this healing and realization. Come back, Raven. Where you going? Okay, go and ask Kaya. So ain't no way you gonna go back to where you came from when you dragged yourself out and go get somebody that is just now waking up. Because if you mirroring the person, whatever childhood trauma that you healed, they gotta heal too. And that's the most important conversation. Not that we have kids together and we should get back together. Did you fix whatever you needed to fix? Because that was the whole reason we broke up. You know what I'm saying? You was in a relationship by yourself. I'm not going to do it no more. Yeah, like I said, now somebody blocking out shadow work, somebody not wanting to go through the process that you went through the whole time you was by yourself. Woo. I love you.
Bye, Mom.
Oh, I already shuffled these cards. This reading got me jacked up. My baby just gave me a kiss and said bye. She always adding some something you need to know in the background. Oh Lord. Ooh, ha, ha. I'm scared of myself right now. Destiny, grief, facade, instinct. I pulled this card for I can't remember. Who was that for? It was for come on, god dang it. I pulled that card for Libra, I believe. And it was about childhood trauma. So I'm not gonna read the whole book, but I'll read y'all a little bit because I don't want to. Okay, facade. This isn't who I am. Inspiration. If you are unhappy in your relationships, you may be relating to others through a false sense of duty. Give up being something that you're not. Bronze guard is about reclaiming life. What have I done to heal my childhood pain? Disassociation from yourself. Reclaiming your life. Healing childhood pain. Recovery, integration, and play. So, okay, mommy, I'll help you in 1 second. My baby just spilled some goldfish. Instinct. So this is it's telling you unhappy. Every psychic, like y'all know what the deal is. Highly psychic. You knew what was going on, and your denial so good that you blocked everything out. You like, I'm not gonna heal. I don't see nothing. It's all good. Either you or the person. Woo. Good God Almighty. Where was I? Okay, instinct. I'm sorry. There is a guide inside us. Inspiration. Your instinct is finely tuned. So why doubt it? Oh my God. Your journey is guided. That means that you have all the information you need at all times. But doing it is another thing. Solitary journey. Key idea is a solitary journey. Spirit lies on the road ahead. Led by spirit, follow your instinct. Keywords, instinct, guides, and awakening. Now over on this destiny side, is talking about together we are stronger than alone. Take a risk. Dare to live your life the way you decide. Are you willing to make sacrifices to have what you desire? Personal inquiry. What tools do you need to form my own? What tools do I need to form my own destiny? Am I ready for my destiny? Key ideas: true love, taking a stand, positive omen, radical thinking, deep satisfaction, ability to change, love, pathway, and faith. Grief is love without a place to go. Oh shit, I was gonna read the whole thing. Inspiration. Penelope and Pickle, which is in the picture, reminds us that what we reveal we can heal. Give yourself time. You will love again. And if you honor your pain, it will change your life. Personal inquiry. Is lingering grief preventing me from progress? What can I see in my heart? Key ideas: feeling grief, healing process, missing someone or something, being unafraid of sadness, love is on the horizon. Love, commitment, vulnerability. I was reading through that super fast, but you have everything you need. Now that you know that because there's two sides to it. Like I said, somebody is just waking up to the realization of how important you are to them, and they coming back, which sounds great. But that healing journey you went on is the same that everybody has to go on. Your family members, your friends, and everything. And before you take them back thinking they're going to change, you better listen to yourself first. You better listen to yourself first, because you will create a fantasy land for yourself and let that override what your soul is telling you. Your destiny is grief. You have learned through so much grief that it made you wise and strong. And now in the psychic ability, you're gonna start to respect more, because you're gonna stop working so hard for people that don't work for themselves. Because guess what? They mirroring you. You set a perfect example a lot of the times for Capricorns that's balanced or getting in balance. You set a perfect example for how to be. You do. You do. It's just when you're unhappy, you're a bad example. I can guarantee you that. When you're unhappy, whew, it get real reckless. Like, throw caution to the wind. You hear me? Oh my goodness. Okay. One card for Capricorn. Balls to the wall. Nature. Yes, get out in nature. Of course, because you're earth sign. Why not? I don't know about these cards. The cards are new, so I haven't read them. But the 11 is always a good number for me to see, because I read numbers. Of course, these are the only cards. But get out in nature for sure. Ground yourself. And the reason people say ground yourself, what that means is that the earth is receiving all the energies. We are the batteries of the earth. We're all supposed to be outside, but we're not. Not because it's cold, but we just been consumed by our own things that we forgot to give back to the person that give back to us, which I'm talking about the earth again. So you need to heal. You need to ground. You need to take all of that pain and sorrow and put it directly into the earth. Your shoes need to be off. Sometimes it can get so bad that your butt needs to actually be touching the ground. You need to be sitting on it, because it's going to pull a pain out of you and absorb it into the earth. So it's very important for you to get outside and breathe that air, because our heart is our battery. Like I mentioned before, that stale air need to be cleaned out your lungs. Ain't nobody taking no deep breaths if they angry, but that's what needs to happen. You need to clean it and completely take the stale air out and put new fresh air in, because nature is always positive. It's only going to give you good stuff. Love, 6, and domestic harmony. So we definitely talked about that. We talked about being happy. We talked about kids knowing that you're unhappy. You love family and you work hard for your family. But that whole issue of love, healing childhood trauma, all of that stuff, it's going to need to be dealt with. Because if you are not happy, that's not going to be good. Make sure you get your family out in nature. When you go and try to collect your thoughts and think about it, you need to be outside. This is like, if you working to get away from your problems, I mean, it's one thing to pay the bills, but if you working to escape your problems and emotions, that means you never home. Probably because you don't want to be. I gotta peek, y'all, because I'm nosy. Look at that karmic completion. 10. That's what I'm talking about. Individuality, spiritual career. Yeah. some spiritual stuff. I told you 11. 6. So love. So you got pride behind that. You got love, or what you think is love, and then you got pride right in front of follow your dreams. That's blocking you from everything. Like I said, I'm gonna say it 50 million times. If you're not happy, you have to leave. You have the information. The red flags have been given to you. Like I said, dreams, downloads of work. While you working and your mind running through that process is telling you everything that's going on. Yes, you're right. The person does not have to say what they're doing. You can smell it, feel it, taste it, touch it. Our psychic ability is expanding well beyond us to the point where we get messages for people across the globe now. It's for your protection, to guide you, not so everybody can be a tarot card reader. This is not even my job. I do health stuff. Well, that's what my life purpose is. My life purpose is health stuff. But sometimes you need to go into these emotions and acknowledge it for people so they can start unpacking things, because they never gonna heal if they feel like nobody understands. But yes, okay. Thank you, Capricorn.